Now, in this lockdown situation, of course, there are lots of family situations that can be complicated, to be perfectly frank, custody issues with children and the like, and would like to sort of shed a little bit of light on that this afternoon. Eva Bailey is a partner with Anderson's Solicitors, and she joins me now. Hello, Eva.
Good afternoon, Lee.
We're getting lots of questions, Eva. Numerous people have been asking what happens when there's a shared custody arrangement of a child or children during a lockdown period. What is the situation?
Yes, well, I was pleased to hear that the Police Commissioner mentioned this also earlier on your show today, and he made it very clear that people could still comply with their court orders or parenting plans or their usual arrangements for sharing the care of their children. And I think that was the case last time we were in lockdown as well. I think there will be a few exceptions to that, and one of them would be, as you mentioned just now, about quarantine. If you or your family have been directed to quarantine or isolate, then I think you need to follow the directions of SA Health, and you can only leave your house for medical reasons or to have a COVID test. So in those cases, that would mean that you can't comply.
Eva, another caller asks, what happens when a child has a COVID test result pending but needs to head to another home? What would be the circumstance there?
I think, again, Lee, those people who are awaiting the results of COVID tests, if in doubt, I think you need to notify the other parent and let them know the situation, whether that be directly or through your lawyers. Most lawyers like us at Anderson Solicitors are probably finding ways at the moment to work from home and continue on helping people. So it's important that you notify the other person. If the child can't come because they're waiting on a COVID test, I think that would be a perfectly good reason. Ultimately, court orders and parenting plans need to be followed unless you have a reasonable excuse not to do so, and I think that would present a circumstance that would be considered a reasonable excuse.
Now, I think you might have already given us enough clarity around this, but another texter asks, can kids switch homes during the lockdown, swap from one parent to another?
Yeah, so I think the Police Commissioner did confirm that today, and I'm happy to confirm, having heard the Police Commissioner say that where there's a shared parent care arrangement, that is either the usual arrangement or as a court order or parenting plan, parties can still do that. There will be exceptions, and the best interest of the child and safety of the child will always be a reason that if you have some serious concerns, for example, that your former partner or other parent works in one of these high-risk locations, exposure sites, etc., then that might be a reason why you would notify them that you don't feel it's safe for the child to come. But otherwise, unless it's for a safety or a quarantining or COVID test direction from SA Health, etc., you are able to switch the child to the other family.
Are you getting more questions than usual around these things at the moment?
We do. We did last time, and we do now get questions from parents. Everyone obviously gets a little bit worried and concerned at this point in time when we're heading into a lockdown about what they can and can't do. And we're trying to help people through those questions, just like you with your show, Lee.
And what about you as a legal firm too, for that matter, Eva Bailey? How do you operate during times like this?
Look, fortunately, as for most of us, this isn't SA's first lockdown, so our office is fully prepared to take their computers effectively home today and continue to do our legal services for our clients. We're ready to go, and we've put that up on our social media pages so that our clients and anybody who needs legal assistance can contact Anderson Solicitors, and we will still be there for you.
Can you meet clients face-to-face?
The answer to that, Lee, is no. We don't consider ourselves an essential service such that we can meet face-to-face. We'd have to consider if there's really any exception for that. Again, the Police Commissioner today said, please try to follow the rules. Most of what we do, we can do over the phone or online, including filing applications with courts, etc. So at the moment, we will be helping people via other technological methods.
So it sounds like you won't be any less busy over the next 7 days, regardless of where you are actually trying to practice law.
That's right. I expect the job will continue on as it did last time.
Eva Bailey, thanks so much for joining us on Afternoons and telling us the latest about some of these tricky issues for people.
Great. Thank you, Lee.
Good on you, Eva. Eva Bailey, partner with Anderson's